It ain't over. I carry these battle scars, a war soldier. Oh Lord.
Hi everyone. So I've been getting a lot of requests to do a fitness video on what I did to lose weight, and if you want to know how much weight approximately, I lost around 55 pounds on my own. And I've been getting a lot of DMs about, how I did it and what I did to achieve it and what I ate, and I feel like this will be the best universal way to get the message across. I tend to be fidgety when I'm nervous, so if I begin fidgeting and it's annoying you, I'm so sorry, because I know I get OCD when I do videos and I see like something out of the norm that bothers me. Okay, so let's get into it. So I began getting into fitness in high school. Grade 10, I had a pool party, and all my friends with their hot bodies came, and I was just super insecure, and they were all taking pictures, and they were just like, flaunting, and I just I couldn't. I was just so defeated. So I decided, instead of feeling bad for myself and sitting there and, crying about it, I'm just going to go online. And I remember on Instagram I came across pictures of stomachs or toned abs and step-by-step guides on how they achieved it. So I went on Google and I researched different diets and all of that stuff, and I just accumulated a whole bunch of information that I applied to myself and what I thought would work best for me, and it did end up working really well. So let's start with the first part, food. Food is the most important part. The first things I decided to do was I cut out all junk food, all preservatives, anything that was frozen or pre-made, no white bread, no drinks other than water, coffee, or tea. I only ate chicken and fish. That was a personal preference, but that's just because I don't like red meat. I've never liked red meat, so I just stuck to chicken and fish. I would have potatoes as my carbs. I cut out a lot of dairy except for eggs and Greek yogurt. I don't like milk, so I was never really a fan. I substituted almond milk. When I wanted something crunchy and I was craving that, I would have nuts or granola. Even with fruit, a lot of people don't realize that fruit has a high sugar content, so having too much fruit isn't too good for you if you're trying to lose weight or lose fat in that sense. So even limiting that is a big factor. So I did all of these things. Even when cooking, I would always opt for boiling or sauteing using olive oil. That's the only oil I use. I don't use vegetable or sunflower. Olive oil is actually really good for you. It has a lot of benefits, so I started opting for that. Other than that, if I did cheat, I would cheat one meal on a Sunday when my family was having a family dinner, and that's it. Even my family, though, they accommodated a lot of the home-cooked meals that Kurdish people make for me, because my mom knew how dedicated I was to doing this and how important it was to me. When it comes to working out, a lot of people have told me, they feel insecure and they always feel like people are watching them. I felt the exact same way. I was in the exact same position, and I was in high school, so I was young and I was insecure. I found this app through my dance teacher that was called Nike Pro. And what it was is it's 30-minute to 45-minute intense workouts that you could do at home, and you wouldn't even need to leave your house to do them. And in the sense, even if it asked to do cardio, I would straight up do run in circles in my basement. A lot of people made fun of me when I told them that, but I was genuinely that insecure that I could not go to the gym or run around my neighborhood because I was like afraid someone from school would see me. So I started with that. I made a commitment to it. Every day I'd do 30 to 45 minutes in my basement using that Nike Pro app. And it was like a combination of like ab workouts, arm workouts, leg workouts, and it was like high intensity interval training. And it straight up like times you, and it's like 30 seconds rest, 1 minute this. So it's really good if you're just getting into it and like you're too nervous to like go to the gym. It's a good beginner step. It wasn't until my dad offered to take me with him to the gym. My dad's actually really into fitness. He's a very healthy guy. One of my inspirations behind working out and getting healthy was him. So he took me to the gym. He showed me some workout machines and how to use them, and eventually I caught the hang of it. So the first thing that a lot of people tell me is, you don't look like you were bigger, but it's not even just about looking like you were bigger. It's if you feel that way, no one can tell you, like, you don't need to lose this or you don't need to gain this. Don't let what anyone says, like, affect you. Like, sometimes at school, like, people would straight up make fun of me because, like, I'd be like, yeah, like, I'm going to the gym. And they're like, you're, like, so obsessed. And it's like, this thing is the only thing that's, like, making me happy, and you have to, like, shit on my parade. So my second, or I guess my third set of advice is get shitty people out of your life, because going to the gym and becoming healthy isn't just physical, it's mental. It is so mental. Telling yourself you can stay away from this food, telling yourself you can go to the gym and do this workout for longer than anticipated. It's all in your head. And if you have negative, shitty people clouding how you think, get them the hell out of your life, because it ain't worth it. Let's just be real. Another thing that I wanted to mention is you can become unhealthily obsessed, and that's something a lot of people don't talk about. I became unhealthily obsessed at one point, and it wasn't until my parents pointed it out that, you might be going about this way too far or taking it too far. And what I mean by that is I limited my salt intake, I limited my iron intake because I wasn't eating meat. I didn't have any electrolytes. Even my sugar was low, and I began having fainting spells. I fainted during class. I fainted when I was out. I fainted at home, and even my hair started falling out in clumps. Like, I had big curly hair, and it became thin and fragile. And that was just because I wasn't having or making up for all the nutrients I was missing out on. And that's something that you really, like, I can't emphasize enough. Like, you have to make sure you're getting enough iron, enough iodine, enough potassium, because, like, your body needs these things to grow. So when I started becoming that unhealthy and, like, really skinny, I went to the doctors, and my doctor said, you lost a lot of weight at once. Your hormones and your enzymes have all fluctuated, and, now you went from having big curly hair to thin straight hair. There's nothing I can do about it now. I can sit here and be sad, but shit happens. You move on from it. After my dad introduced me to going to the gym, I realized, I did become fit, but it wasn't like I was, like, fat or anything, but I was just not where I wanted to be and not at the body I wanted to be. So getting into the program I'm in now, it has helped me, like, see how I can achieve that. So what I did was I cook all my own meals. I make everything. But if I'm out with friends and they're having nachos, I'm going to have some nachos. It's not going to kill me to have a few nachos. But that's not to say I'm going to go out every day of the weekend and have nachos. So you really have to, like, limit yourself, but at the same time balance. The second thing is, when I go to the gym, I do have a schedule before I go. So I plan out my days. For instance, Monday is legs. Tuesday is back and tries. Wednesdays is chest and buys. Thursdays are high intensity interval training and cardio. And then I don't know if I'm at Thursdays or Fridays, I'll do legs again. I do legs twice a week. I'm a girl. We take pride in having nice legs and a nice butt. And it's my favorite thing to work out. So I'm going to do it twice a week if I want to. Another big suggestion I have for people that want to get toned but still have a curvy figure is I do cardio at the end of my weight training. So a lot of girls tend to do like 10 to 15 minutes before they do weight training, and I actually had a trainer tell me that because you're getting so tired from cardio, you have no energy to do the weight training, and that does make a big impact. So for those girls that are doing that, stop. Maybe stretch, do like 2 minutes of walking. My 2 minutes of walking is me walking from home to the gym, and get into weightlifting, and then save the last 15 to 20 minutes for cardio. I tend to alternate between the Stairmaster and running. I'll run for 10 minutes. I'll set a goal. I have to attain that goal. If I'm on the Stairmaster, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to go for 8 minutes. But starting at 2 minutes, I'm going to go at level 10. And then once it hits 4 minutes, I'm going to go up to level 12. Once it hits 6 minutes, I'm going to go to level 14. So you see how I'm increasing. That's how I got my body to really shed fat and become super toned, because I was incorporating both. You don't have to only do weights, and you don't only have to do cardio. You can do both, and I find there's so many benefits that I saw and so many changes in my body, because I was both increasing my muscle mass, but at the same time I was getting super toned and losing my fat. Another thing is rest. This is a hard concept for me to grasp. You do have to rest. You need to give your muscles time to grow. If you don't let them rest and you keep overworking them, you're not going to see progress. Another thing is a lot of girls are afraid of weight. I remember when I started weightlifting, some people would be like, that's a lot of weight for a girl. I don't know what you're trying to get at, but I'm trying to increase, look more muscular. So just because I'm lifting heavier doesn't mean I'm gonna look like a man. And I just hate the social construction around that whole thing. So if you feel like you're hitting a plateau, increase your weight. And for people that want to get leaner, increase your reps, decrease your weight. For people that want to see muscle mass, increase their muscle, low reps, high weight. But if you hit a plateau, at least when I did, increase your weight, but do it for the same amount of reps. So I tend to hit 12 reps for 4 sets of everything that I do, or 12 reps of 3 sets, depending how much I like the workout I'm doing. And that's basically it. I don't really do anything else. I can show you guys what I do drink or have during my workouts. So before I work out, I like to have a pre-workout. I don't know about you guys, but I use this pre-workout. It just has a lot of good, it has taurine, beta-alanine, vitamin C, just a whole bunch of things. And I need pre-workout because if you're in university or you're in school, you do get super tired after class going back and forth if you have a big campus or even if you have a small one. And, you know, this, like, I drink it going to the gym, and once I'm in there and I change, I'm, like, ready to fucking go. Like, I feel like I can take on the world. And something that I just started is BCAAs, and basically it just helps attain lean muscle mass. I haven't used it yet. This is a new one, but once I do, I will let you guys know how that goes. Yeah, that's basically it. The last thing, actually, I do want to emphasize is make sure you're surrounded by people that encourage you to want to be better and support you and don't make you feel like shit about yourself, because even if you're making these changes, you know, with your diet and working out, if you're surrounded by shitty people, you're not going to get anywhere, because your mind will just not be there, and you need it to be there. You need to be positive. Before filming this video, I was actually super, like, not in a good mood, and I FaceTimed my best friend Javon, and she made me feel better, and here I am. Yeah, that's basically it. If you guys have any requests for another video or any questions, just leave them down below and let me know.